Well, I thought for 1 second he wasn't gonna show up.
It's pretty good about it lately, actually. So
I saw one of them pop up, and I was like, "Oh god, it's gonna be he's just gonna stay there, and we're gonna have to end the call and stuff." But no, they're both here.
you know what? He's here. Guyark's here. Me, Chris, I'm here. You, Vincent, are also here, and this is Wrassle Graps. And
I
you know,
Wombo, you Wombo, we all, no, he, she, we, me, Wombo. You know,
ain't them even Limbo, of course.
yeah.
And
That's what the W in AEW stands for.
Wombo, of course.
Yeah, all elite
So,
Wombo.
yeah, today we're here to talk about AEW's Full Gear 2021 show. And it's gonna be an interesting episode.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neither of us had notes. Don't know why you didn't. I went to go see this at the movies, so that's my excuse.
yeah. I think, yeah. So that's gonna be a lot of the podcast, so explaining how that experience was, because I don't think a lot of people experience going to the movie theaters and enjoying a pay per view. You know, I've seen it on videos here and there. You know, so that's where that's where I know about it comes from. And like sometimes like there's movie theaters that have like belts and shit like that, like like prop belt, not prop belts, like replica belts and like cases and shit for you to look at and shit. Like that's what I've seen. Like, but I think your experience probably wasn't that grand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not do any of that.
Yeah, no. That's just one case I saw. I forgot what
Yeah,
that was. I just have it in my mind that I saw that once.
yeah. So we'll talk more about it as we go through the show. But basically, what
All I
happened
know is
was I
there's
got
different ways
there.
people enjoy the show other than going to the show themselves.
Yeah, basically, it's really you think it feels different because you're gonna go see a wrestling show instead of a movie, right? But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I went to the theater and I was like, man, this is gonna be interesting. I walk in, sometimes you're like, they walk to the right theater because like they don't have anything on. It's the coming attractions. You're like, did I walk to the right one?
Yeah. Oh, that always happens, man. I'm always like nervous that I walked into Iron Man 2 and it's really a Boulevard Mall cop, you know.
Of course, it's sometimes gonna be a terrifying experience.
Although I
I
would
won't,
probably stick around for either of those. So
man, that's tough. But you know what? I told me go to theater four, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he said theater four, but like, what if walk in? As soon as I walk in, had the buy-in on, so I was like, okay, good. I know for a
damn it,
fact.
I walked into theater. Damn it, I walked into theater Quattro. What the fuck? They said it was 4.
But theater Contra was playing it, so I stayed there.
Yeah,
We got there, hung out with my friend. Both bought seats, but
I'll call him Steve.
yeah, me and Steve both bought seats. Wasn't next to each other because we didn't really plan it out too well. But I got my seats in like section B, which is like 2 rows away from the screen. So I had to look up the entire time.
Yeah.
So, so I was like right in front. The picture I sent you, I realized later, doesn't really
No, I
send
don't
that
know what the
message
fuck you
across.
said. And I was like, what are you showing me, man? It kind of looks like Kenny's about to kiss Hangman. That's all I saw, really.
Yeah, no, it wasn't supposed to be that. I mean, if that's what you want to take it, I mean, so you
He's like
want to take it.
touching his titty and shit. I was like, what the? Are you trying to show me something here? Like, what am I looking at?
I was trying to show you, like, man, this is a giant ass screen, but I was like, this doesn't translate at all, actually.
That's why I just didn't answer you. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna watch Full Gear. Yeah,
I don't know what he's on, but whatever. Okay.
yeah. I was like, that's pretty normal, actually. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
It's funny, it's 5 minutes after I realized that my friend shows up, sits in the seat next to me. Thankfully, the row's empty, so we sat there, no problems. We hung
Would
out
have been
throughout
weird
the
if
show.
some other dude came in, like some 7 foot tall dude just walks and sits right next to you. And you're like, oh, that was my friend's seat. He's like, I don't give a fuck, all right?
Oh man,
And you can tell
I,
him, no, he's 7 feet tall, man. He's big cast.
I got lucky, man. There was only one other person. He sat um one seat over, so it's like he was in one seat, my friend. Skip a seat. That's where the other guy was. This dude, 2 matches deep into the show, fell asleep.
What?
Fell asleep, man. This dude
I
was
mean,
in
it's dark in the movie theater. Okay, you know I get it.
this
But
dude was in and out of consciousness throughout the entire show.
yeah, bits and pieces of the show, man. He can't give a full review of it.
This man
He has
paid
to like go back,
25
watch on his
bucks.
phone, if anything. Yeah, like yeah, I don't. It's
He
weird.
paid 25 bucks. He paid ridiculous movie prices for a soda and popcorn, so about 16 bucks on top of that. So I mean, already, you're looking at like 41 bucks. And not only
Yeah.
that, he ordered a meal to be brought to him from the theater. This man spent about 70 bucks to take a good ass nap in those chairs.
You know what? You know what? Did he eat his meal at least?
Hmm?
Did he eat his food?
I have no idea. I kept looking over at him and he was like trying, it was either he was taking a nap or he was trying to stay awake.
Damn. He must be a WWE fan, to be honest.
Probably, honestly, he walked in, he looked kind of weird. Probably that was why.
Yeah, man. He was like, I guess I got nothing else to do. Might as well see these dumbass AEW. All right.
Yeah. So that's basically the basis of the experience. I was like right in front of the screen, just hanging out with my friend,
Yeah.
talking the entire time. But enjoying the show nonetheless.
All right. How was the energy in the theater?
You would think you'd be able to hear the other people, but honestly, I don't know if it's because I was like right in front of the screen or because people just weren't doing a lot. I didn't hear anyone else talking or anything like that. You would occasionally hear something, but like at the end of the matches, people would clap if it was a good one. But like
Okay.
for the most part, you wouldn't really hear a lot.
I thought people were chanting and shit like that.
Me too, honestly, but that didn't really happen. The theater didn't really get into like wrestling show energy, like counting the pinfalls, getting excited until the main event.
Really?
Yeah, at least
There was
this is
so
what
much
I heard.
shit at the. Really, man? What do you mean? That's what you heard?
Like, because it's like a loud ass, thing. They have the volume up high.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard. Occasionally, when there was a crazy spot, you hear people reacting to it.
Oh,
Yeah, like that. But really, that's all it was. I don't know if that's just how the crowd
maybe no
was.
one was an AEW fan. Maybe no one was a fan of AEW.
I think that just like me and just like you, they also did not know the proper etiquette for being in a movie theater watching a wrestling show, so they were just a little bit nervous. And honestly,
That's
that's
very
reasonable.
possible too. Yeah, very reasonable. I feel like there should have been one outstanding person. Okay, one dude that just got everyone out of their seats. Okay. Well, not maybe not out of your seats because then no one would be able to watch the show. But at least energized.
I don't even know that because honestly, I was loudly trying to talk to my friend throughout the show. He couldn't even hear me sometimes. This is how loud the screen was for the show.
Yeah. Some people, maybe people were doing things, but you just couldn't hear them.
Another thing that was kind of weird about being a movie theater, they usually turn the lights off in the movie theater.
Yeah.
They didn't do that until FTR's entrance.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. You hear the
And
porn music go off, and then they just turn down the lights.
yeah, I got a little bit concerned. I was like, what are you trying to tell me about this match? I was
Yeah. It's about to get wild up in here.
like, maybe Theater Quattro was not the right way to go,
Maybe should have went to tier 4.
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing happens during the FTR match. The volume keeps cutting out. I don't know what's happened to you, but the volume keeps cutting out. There's a 1 30-second period where the audio was just out completely until they fixed it. And at that point, you could hear people being like, boo, AMC sucks. I want my money back.
Yeah, I think it's AMC.
Yeah. So
Because
they
I heard the
fixed it.
whole audio. I just had some issues here and there. But I got them fixed.
I later found out that AMC bought it from DirecTV. So it was a DirecTV thing, I think.
Mm, yeah, DirecTV sucks ass.
Either that or just some dude was hitting buttons he wasn't supposed to. And that's what happened. So if that's what happened, please
You know, I
Last
fell asleep on
November
the
if you're on
bus or something.
DirecTV.
I mean, the guy you were looking at was the guy controlling the movie.
No, that suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
all
did.
his food was actually free, and he just was able to fall asleep on the buttons and shit.
If that's the case, I should have taken his food.
Yeah,
He wouldn't have known.
very true. He
Yeah,
would have
and
woken
then
up and be like, "Whoa, fuck, my food's gone," and then fall back asleep.
there was 3 separate periods though, also during the FTR match, where JR would talk, and for some reason, the volume would get increasingly louder in the theater. I was, I was like, man,
Yo, imagine hearing JR like that. Oh my god. Well,
eventually,
you don't have to imagine it because you did. You heard it.
yeah, I experienced it. It increased 3 times and stayed that way throughout the entirety of the rest of the show.
Was it enjoyable?
It was enjoyable. It was just like really confusing. Like, why is JR yelling at me now? I'm just trying to enjoy this show. It's necessary, JR.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it that much. I would just laugh.
Yeah, it was funny, but I was also like, bro, what's happening here?
Were people wearing wrestling shirts?
Oh yeah, I was playing people wearing wrestling shirts. I saw one
Oh,
CM
dude.
Punk shirt, one Adam Cole
Come
T-shirt.
on. Be damn cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wore my Team Taz shirt. Obviously, they weren't on the show. I had to support them though.
FTO.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
cats were there. Were there.
they were on the show technically, not really though. But
They were there, yep. And then the Raptors.
they got paid to just sit down and watch the show.
Or the Skybox, wherever they were.
That's basically my experience in the theater watching AEW.
Well, I thought it was going to be more exciting, but that sounds interesting enough.
Maybe I just got the wrong crowd. Maybe next time I go in February, I'll get the right crowd, or I'll be in a different area and I'll hear people actually doing things.
Possibly, possibly. Maybe they'll have a better next time.
I mean, honestly, dude, I paid $25 and I bought food and drinks. So I didn't do that though, because that part's on me. I didn't have to do that. But if I only paid $25, I paid $25, go to the movies, hang out with my friend and watch a wrestling show. It's a pretty good time.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time. I don't know what I would do. Might stick to home, might stick to theater. I might try it once. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key element is having friends to go with. Just
Yeah,
because, like I said, if you get stuck in a theater like mine is, and no one's doing anything, you're just essentially watching a wrestling show by yourself, like you would have done at home.
exactly. Yeah. That's what that comes down to.
So I mean,
So
I
yeah,
definitely,
honestly, if I got a friend to go with, then I would just, it would be fine.
yeah.
But
So,
also, even then, I'd probably be like, I don't know if I would do it again.
I mean, it depends. You want to be at the movies till 12 in the morning, because that's what happened to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because that's so long the show is, 8 to 12, but
You had to watch the buy-in.
I didn't have to. It was an option. They gave you the option because they put it on the screen.
Okay. I almost missed the first match because I got stuck in the buy-in.
I did not get that unlucky.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like miss it. Like I caught up to like the entrances or whatever. But if I didn't notice the problem at first, I would have just been stuck there watching a tag team match.
Yeah, well, at least you noticed. That's what matters.
Yeah. It's like, nope, this ain't right. They're saying the top of the hour is the top of the hour. All right.
I spent the entirety of the buy-in, or at least a tag match, checking my phone to make sure that no one bought the seat next to me, so my friend didn't have to move.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Well,
no
maybe
one
someone
did.
did. But, I mean, perhaps he just didn't show up.
No, no, I kept checking. I made sure no one bought that seat, and they didn't.
Okay. What happens if they did buy the seat?
And there was an open seat next to me on the other side. So
Okay, that's fine.
if now someone also bought that seat, then that's a huge problem.
Yeah. You're sandwiching between two people you don't care about.
And that in that case, I have to talk to them, and they're not gonna want to talk to me, but I'm gonna talk to them because
No,
someone
that's
has
just
to
annoying.
entertain me.
Yeah, annoying.
All right. Well, anyways, that's basically the experience I had. But let's get into the actual show here. Kicks off with Darby Allin versus MJF. Probably my second favorite match of the entire night.
Yeah, this shit was a barn burner and a half. Like, I knew MJF and Darby were gonna go out there and kill it. I think this is definitely MJF's like best match in AEW.
Mm. Well, yeah,
Of course, since the Jungle Boy match that he had,
yeah, I was just gonna say that.
that would be the second best MJF match in AEW.
Mhm.
And Darby Allin always kills it whenever he gets in the ring. So overall, I think MJF definitely should have, and he did win. So that's great.
And these teams had fantastic chemistry in the ring. The whole match was built around MJF saying that he could beat Darby Allin with a side headlock takeover. I think it was something like that.
This was actually one of the best endings of the show because all the other endings kind of sucked ass.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Some of them did.
Yeah,
Yeah, the MJF after 22 minutes of just great action. If you haven't seen it, definitely got to wait to check this match out.
I
MJF
think this
hits Darby
definitely,
Allin.
like, it's hard for me to pick a best match of the show for this show because honestly, like, I enjoyed this match like really, really, like a lot, and the crowd was there the whole time, you know. So because like at some points the crowd were just trained for the middle parts of the show, so the middle matches didn't feel as special as they maybe should have, you know. So like sometimes the
So,
energy brings if you don't have that energy there, it doesn't feel as great as you want it to.
someone who watched the show in surround sound, I can tell you that energy was not the problem because no matter how much you want to be tired, it's getting blasted with sound. And Jared's voice keeps getting louder and louder, and you're like, "Am I hallucinating this? Why is Jared keep getting louder?"
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you were the whole time. I was, you know, at some points I was just like, why is this show still going on? But not as bad as the last pay per view all out when the QT Marshall showed up on my screen. I said, what the fuck is he doing here? So yeah,
Yeah, Keith Marshall, that would have been rough, but thankfully he wasn't on the
it's
show.
like, since when was he booked on the show?
And there was a second during the buy-in where they kept showing the Acclaimed talking to Dante Martin. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh God, don't add
claimed.
this to the show. Don't add this to
Yo,
the
yo,
show.
yo, listen.
No, 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 don't add this to the show. Come on, please. Like, got me a break."
Yeah. Honestly, they claimed they're looking like mainstays on Dynamite, so you gotta get used to them.
I could if it wasn't for Max Caster, man. Anthony Bowens, I think is pretty good in the ring. It's just Max
I like
Caster.
Anthony Bowens. He doesn't do shitty ass great raps. Yeah, he's kind of just there chilling. You know, he's got the charisma. He's got the wrestling ability. You know, I'm sure Max Caster's good in the ring too, but you know,
Well, Max
if
Caster,
anything, Max Caster is just a corny, edgy asshole. So
he comes out, bro. He's like, "Yo, yo," and I'm like, "Man, please fucking stop. Come on."
yeah, and by association, the Acclaim are just edgy assholes. So
Yeah, I think I just tone it down just a little. That's
yeah, they
all I'm
really
asking.
gotta chill the fuck out. Like honestly, like you
It's
don't
not
gotta go
really
too
Anthony
wild.
Bowens.
And you gotta make sense with your bar. You know, you really can't just be saying anything. You know,
Yeah, that fetish line from Dynamite was really weird. I didn't even know what that was about.
it didn't really fit into the whole thing he was going for. To be honest,
It's really odd, but whatever.
there's always one weird line that he tries to sneak in there to like pop the shock factor line. But in reality, like like if you're gonna do a shock factor bar, you better do it right,
Yeah, he never does it right.
or just
Ever.
don't do it at all. To be honest,
This dude never does it right.
you know, it just comes across the most corny way possible. Like really,
Oh, anyways, the
like I put
MJF
his
and
TMZ raps. They're not terrible. Like he can actually rap, I think, but yeah, just his Dynamite raps, his dark raps, his you know whatever the case, wherever show he's on rapping, it's just not hitting.
moving back on to the MJF Darby match. MJF hits Darby Allin with a diamond ring. He puts him in the side to like take over, pins him like that. Makes sense for the story. And it's a pretty cool ending to a great match.
Yeah, I think MJF either. Do you think he will continue this feud, or do you think he moves on?
I mean, you could if you wanted to. I wouldn't be mad either way, particularly.
Yeah, because I don't know where he goes really from here. Because Hangman Page is a little busy right now. So I mean, whenever Hangman Page is not busy, I'm sure he goes for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's someone else in line I'm forgetting about, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe CM Punk, possibly.
Let's talk about it a little bit now. So, I mean, spoilers if you don't want to hear about the Bryan Danielson Miro match for whatever reason, or the Hangman match.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
You know
I
what? That was an
personally,
accident, but I don't really care. I mean,
honestly,
you're here to hear results, and we gave you a result.
yeah. I don't know. I'd be here otherwise. It'd be kind of weird. I don't know what you would have expected.
True.
But so Bryan Danielson ends up beating Miro later on in the show. So it's Hangman versus Danielson. I personally don't feel like that was the right result there, having Bryan win. I think Miro really needed that a little bit more.
Me
I don't
too.
know.
I do think that Miro should have won. So it didn't deflate me, but I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? I guess we're just having I mean, I'm down for a good ass match between Hangman and Bryan Danielson, but I would really like if Miro was in that spot. I mean, it just made a lot of sense.
It makes a lot more sense, especially because you have face Hangman. Now it's face Hangman versus face Danielson. That's a little bit
I mean,
weird,
I
I
think
think.
Bryan Danielson can switch into a heel real quick though.
He could, but he's not going to do it now. He just got
He's
there.
that type of guy where he can turn to a heel and the crowd would eat it up immediately. Like they don't like he can be cheered one day and then just booed the next day. No
Yeah,
one
but
would
he like
really give
just
that much of a fuck.
he like just got there. He's not going to turn already. That'd be kind of weird.
It would be weird, right? But he can pull it off. If anyone can do that, pull it off, is Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that's fair
Because he
enough.
just does everything so damn greatly. Like him and CM Punk could both pull it off.
Yeah,
No
they
doubt
could.
about it.
They really could.
Him, CM Punk, even Eddie Kingston could do it.
Yeah. And Eddie Kingston, though, I think he's just a really good tweener, honestly.
Yeah, he's a good tweener right now at this moment.
That's the energy I get from him, especially after the Punk match.
Yeah. Because sometimes he gets booed, sometimes he gets cheered. That's just how it is for him. Cody's just a weirdo.
Cody's just strange. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah.
So moving back into order here. But
Randy
yeah,
Rhodes was tweeting on Twitter about how, people don't treat him right or something.
Brandy said that?
Yeah, something along those lines, subtly hinting at that.
Dude, like I saw a sign in the crowd at Full Gear. I see in out of the corner of my eye during the Cody match, there's a sign in the crowd and it says Cody solved racism, man. Give my man a break. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this dude's putting in work apparently that we just don't know about.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I guess the fan knows more things than I do.
I mean, this is the same guy who later on in the night pulls out a sign that says "Beat this weeb's ass, Hangman." But
Oh, damn, okay.
so we get to Lucha Bros versus FTR. I really enjoyed the match. I thought the ending was a little bit strange, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel the same way. I definitely feel it. Like it was a little confusing at the end. I was very confused. The commentary threw me off. The mask threw me off. I was just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, because what they
It's like they
tried
were
was
trying to pull some twin magic shit or something.
they tried to bring back the Super Frogs gimmick to pull like you said, Twin Magic type deal. But then Cash gets pinned, but he's not the legal man. And the match ends anyway. They don't restart or anything like that. It's just Lucha Bros win. We're moving on now.
Aubrey Edwards runs down with the television. Let me show
Yeah,
you what
she's done it
happened.
before. She can do it again if she wants to.
She brings out a big ass flat screen, just running down the ramp. Let me set
Wait,
this up real
that's
quick. Let me wire it up. The outlet's right here. Let me just show you. But then we got a big ass Titantron right there. Nope, the flat screen TV is being set up. It's 4K.
usually I carry this thing out here. We're gonna watch it here, okay?
Okay, let me just rewind. Okay, here we go. BR Live is being weird. Hold on.
It's a really
And
weird
there we
audio
go.
issue there.
There we go. It's like okay, we wait 2 minutes. It's like 5 minutes behind. We'll wait 5 minutes and we'll see what happens. Okay.
Tony Khan here. Please, Aubrey, come on, just wait. Put it on Titantron.
And we just
Uh,
use the
no,
Titantron,
we can't.
please. It's literally a giant ass TV.
Tony, I almost got it. I've almost skipped to the part in the show. No, wait, hold on. Why am I looking at myself on the TV? I think I went too far. See, Tony, you ruined it. It's gonna take 2 more minutes.
Damn it. Tony Khan backstage just whacking his against the desk.
Unfortunately, none of that happened. That would have been very entertaining, actually.
It
But
would have been, yeah.
FTR, they lost, but technically they didn't. So we get one more rematch from them, I'm assuming. Uh,
I guess so. And you know what? I'm not mad at it because I like to see FTR and Lucha Bros wrestle. But you know what? I feel like this was just a strange ending, and it threw it all off. Like the match was getting great, the match was climbing on up a fantastic level, and then that just kind of like, a bit of a mid kind of.
it was a very mid-ending.
Yeah,
If you want to do a rematch, there's plenty of ways you could have gotten there that are a little bit better than this, I think. But
yeah, I believe so. So
see what
personally,
I
I
thought
would
the rematch.
rematch the Inner Circle versus Dan Lambert and the Boys.
Well, that's you. I would not do that again, actually.
I would
But
totally rematch that. It needs to, it was a 5-star classic later on. That's spoilers. My bad. I shouldn't be spoiling things on review. My bad.
but you're wrong anyway. It was 6 stars, but whatever. So
True. 6. Yeah, Dave Meltzer scale way off now.
yeah, you'll aspire to be him. So that's a little bit hard though.
Yeah. I don't know
But
what the scale's up to now. It's probably like 8 total.
last I checked, it was 7. So I mean,
I mean, probably 15.
but moving back to the FTR thing for a second, I thought the mask thing was gonna be that they're gonna try and pull that, and Lucha Bros was gonna mask them, and it was gonna be like some weird thing.
I'm I'm still mad at the Super Frogs. I thought, the Super Frogs were such a great legendary tag team in AAA, but they were in that gimmick on Dynamite. Just threw it out there. Just like, oh, we're the FTR boys. I'm like, well, that's ruined. And then you come back and rub it in my face in this show. Like, come on.
Imagine CM Punk would just went along with the gimmick for like just a minute. Imagine.
Imagine man was actually professional and did something professional for once.
Actually, they get unmasked on this show, and you're like, oh my god, it was actually FTR all along. Awesome
No wonder why
swerve.
Kingston hates his guts and wants to kick his ass and not beat him for
Clearly,
a match.
clearly idolized the Super Frogs growing up, obviously.
I would also like to beat up CM Punk and lose the match.
Me too, yes. I would also like to flip off CM Punk and tell him that he is a dick for doing that.
Yeah, I like to bitch slap this dude and take the pin at the end.
Yeah, all things Eddie Kingston does later, but we'll get to that. So next up, we get the Bryan Danielson versus Miro. Really good
I think this
match.
leads to a match against Odd, though. I mean, it's the best part about it.
It's the only sensible outcome, I think.
Yeah, so like Miro lost, spoilers. And I think, yeah, like I said, like Bryan Danielson goes against Hangman, and Miro has his little feud god, and that's a nice match on Dark.
Like I said, man, this wasn't the ending I would have gone with. I would have gone with Miro winning. I feel like Bryan Danielson could have been fine losing to Miro. I don't think he would have gotten hurt by this. But you got Miro losing the TNT title. Now he's lost this match. It's not really helping him out here.
Definitely not, no. I mean, maybe it's a redemption story for Miro, though. Maybe he's, the Redeemer is going to be redeemed.
I hope so. But
Yeah, the redeeming story of Miro.
yeah, who knows?
Possible.
Yeah, we can move on real quick to Christian Cage and Jurassic Express.
But yeah, but I did
Chris-
like the match, though. Let's just say that much. I thought the match could have been better, though. I mean, I feel like the pacing of the match wasn't my style. That's just what I felt about it.
I mean, that's fair enough. I didn't have a lot of criticisms about it, really. I just enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I just simply felt like it was a slow style at the beginning. I don't know if it ever kicked a match, I forgot, but all I know is I was feeling like, it ain't really my style. Like whenever I watch a Zack Sabre Jr. match, I feel the same type of way. But that wasn't this type of match. But like, it just styles didn't mesh as well as I thought they were going to.
For me, I enjoyed it. I think my favorite part of the
Like
match
it
was
was definitely like I thought Miro was gonna go in there and just whoop his ass, hit him stiff shots, maybe possibly. I don't
Yeah,
know why I thought this, but like he just kind of, it was just a slow thing. He was working his own pace, and then Brian Danielson would lock in a couple missions here and there, get the upper hand.
yeah, I thought that Miro was about to kick his ass. Remember that one spot during the match where he just starts telling him to hit him, and he just tells him like, "Hey,
Oh
kick
yeah,
me,
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, dude." When he did that,
Actually, they did kind of hit each other in the middle of it. That's what.
I thought Miro was just about to no sell Brian and then just put him in the game over and win, and I was gonna be okay with it. I was gonna be very happy.
Yeah, so it did kick up a notch, but I do still think it didn't follow my flow. It wasn't exactly my style.
That's fair enough. Not everyone's gonna enjoy it. But I had a good time with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a decent time with it where I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
All right, well, now I can move on to Christian Cage versus Team Christian Cage versus the
I
Super
like
Click.
Christian Cage's theme song, but it's always like a blast from the past. Like when you hear that, like the beginning note, like where am I?
Yeah, I kind of get it.
What year am I
Kind
in? Is the question that I always have. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're in 2021. Let's just calm down real quick.
I was too distracted by the gear these guys were wearing. The Super Click, of course, comes out all wearing pink. You have the Young Bucks with the purple or pink facial hair, whatever they were doing. I was like, that's
It's
cool.
cool.
That's really cool. But then Christian Cage and Jurassic Express come out in the jeans, man, the denim, Trey denim.
But denim. I would never be caught dead in denim. That's actually not true. I wear jeans all
But
the time.
honestly, everyone knows if you show up to a street fight slash Falls Count Anywhere match in jeans, you're guaranteed to win. So from the get go, I knew they were gonna win.
I mean, that is true. I mean, Dan Lambert did show up in the jumpsuit. That didn't get him the W. So
You showed up in a tracksuit. That's a whole different thing. But I mean,
exactly.
Inner Circle showed up in fatigues. It's a very close relative to jeans, a lot closer than tracksuits are. That's how they won, obviously.
Indeed. Exactly.
But go Christian Cage,
Anywho,
Jurassic Express. They
the
had a lot
Jurassic
of
peeps
they had a lot of fun
did win
spots in
the
this
match.
match, honestly.
I thought this match was super fun. Like, I like how they
I
just battled throughout the whole entire arena. It wasn't tagging. It was just a tornado tag like it should have been. And it was pretty great.
Yeah, personally, I wasn't looking forward to this match too much, but the match really won me over. They had some great spots. You had the
Yeah, I was very interested. Like, this is gonna be a good match. I know it. And you know what? It was more fun than I thought it was gonna be.
they had a cool spot. You had the BTE trigger with the thumbtacks. That was pretty cool. We had
The knee pad thumbtacks.
Christian diving off the stands as you Nakazawa, Cutler, and one of the Bucks. That was a cool spot. And then the concerto at
Yeah,
the end from Jungle Boy ended really solid.
yeah. I mean, they brought out the fucking thumbtack knee pads though.
Every time these teams bring out thumbtack accessories or leg wear, they always lose. You would think they would learn by now, but they didn't.
It is true. I mean, what's next, man? What's next?
Merely thumbtack gloves, I think.
Thumbtack headbands so they can headbutt people.
Yeah. I think they should get to a feud where they exclusively face somebody who does low blows, right? But then all of a sudden show up at the pay-per-view, thumbtack cup.
Oh my god, perfect.
Thumbtack cup, the dude goes for a low blow, boom, gets thumbtacks in his arm. Like, where the
I
hell
mean,
did that
that
come
would okay.
from?
Yeah, that would help. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it depends. As long as you're wearing the thumbtacks the correct way.
Yeah, that would be good.
Anyways,
I
now we
feel like
can move on.
MJF would got to pull that against. So.
MJF should pull that on somebody, or he should have that pull on him. That'd be a
But
lot of fun.
he's the one that would low blow somebody.
He really would, unless some weird feud where
Oh,
he's
him.
heel
Even
versus
Adam
heel.
Cole low blows people all the time.
Like Adam Cole or MJF goes for a low blow, pulls the arm away, they have
And then the
thumbtacks in
Young
it, and you're
Bucks
like, where the
just
hell?
the Young Bucks wear the thing, and then they piss off Adam Cole. And like, what the fuck? I was trying to low blow you.
If anything, that's a BTE segment right there.
That is a BTE segment that they can totally steal because I don't care about BTE.
Yeah, they could do it. We would never know. People would enjoy it. Maybe, who knows?
It'd be all over Twitter.
But also, I almost
And then
forgot my
we'd
favorite.
be like, wow, that's a cool segment. And we wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, no, not at all. Or maybe we'll just link
Nope.
this part of the show. Who
We'll
knows?
just put
Maybe
it on TikTok and be like, wow, that's a cool segment.
that was really cool. I wonder who came up with that.
Yeah. Just have the fucking automated voice say it.
Wow, that
Text
is
to
really
speech.
cool. I wonder whose idea that was.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I almost forgot my favorite spot in the match before we move on. The thumbtacks in the mouth for Jungle Boy, and he gets the double super kicks by the Young Bucks. It's my favorite spot of the match.
Who else did a fucking thumbtack mouths thing? Like, I've seen this somewhere else.
It might have also been the Bucks, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it? Oh, it might have been.
I feel like it's either them, maybe a John Moxley thing. That sounds like something he'd
I don't
do.
think it was Shawn Mox. You know,
Unless someone did the John Moxley.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched a John Mox match in a month.
No, I mean, for good reason, obviously. He's in rehab, of course, getting better, hopefully.
Well, no, I just didn't watch the Lance Archer tag team match
Oh, well, it's fair enough.
or his GCW stuff.
Well,
But
nonetheless, he
also
is in
that,
rehab,
yeah,
of
the
course.
rehab.
Yeah,
Yeah, good luck to him.
good luck indeed.
It takes massive. That's massively. We massively respect him for that.
Yeah. All right,
And it
so
takes
now
massive
move.
guts to do that. You know.
Indeed, yes. So now we can talk about Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black versus Cody Rhodes and Pac. You know what? Before I get into anything, I just want to say Malachi Black's entrance in
Boo,
Surround
Cody. I mean,
Sound.
yeah, boo, Cody. Fuck Cody.
Dude, Malachi Black's entrance in Surround Sound is probably my favorite thing of this entire show. It was super badass. I mean,
I can see that actually. I can see that.
the entrance itself probably is better than the entire match, in my opinion. This match was a mess, I thought.
Yeah, very much. I think it was very terrible, and tellable as well.
Yeah, they start off the match, Cody and Pac not getting along. They're tagging in and out a lot. And then the heels do it inconsistently. They do it a couple of times, but not really. And it's not really affecting their teamwork. Eventually, they have this spot where Malachi Black masses Cody, and he's very obviously on the outside, taking his time, and like obviously setting up a comeback for like 10 minutes straight. And eventually, I forget who wins the match for them. I think it was it Cody or Pac? It was one of them.
It's Pac.
Pac wins it. Okay.
Yeah, Pac one.
Yeah, so Pac wins it. And then for no reason, the FTR comes out. I mean, there's a reason, but there was no reason for it to happen here, in my opinion. It should have just been the end of the feud. Tully and Cash come out, they attack them, and then that's really it.
Yeah, this match was definitely not one of the best matches on this show.
Yeah, and it's not that it was a bad match. It's just
It
on a
wasn't
show of
terrible, no.
outstanding matches such as MJF, Darby Allin, the main event, CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. This is definitely at the
Could have been
bottom.
on Rampage.
Should have been on Rampage. Some would say.
Yeah, Rampage is my favorite show.
The AEW Rampage fan page.
Rampage fan page, yeah.
But it should have been there. I think maybe, or you could have just had Pac and Andrade 3 if you really want to do that. They mentioned that they're both tied at the moment in terms of
This
singles matches. You could have just had that instead.
this is cowboy shit. The shitting. So
Another third one added in there.
yeah, I mean y'all should respect this episode here. It's a third sequel. Not the end of the story of Hangman Page, but very much the shitting of the story of Hangman Page.
If anything, we're just gonna casually bring the title back throughout the years, and we'll see how far we can go with it. Honestly,
Yeah, for sure. Throughout the years, indeed.
see eventually you'll see number 4, and you'll be like, "Oh man, it's not over." Happy about that.
You thought it was over, yeah, but you're very happy it's not over.
You better be very happy it's not over. Better be.
He actually told you it wasn't over, so you wouldn't be shocked that it's not over.
Yeah. So next up, we have the women's title match. A match I personally wasn't looking forward to too much, but I enjoyed it
What the
a lot more
fuck?
than I
What's
thought I
wrong
would.
with you? What's wrong with you?
Well, look, man, the build was okay. Sometimes Britt Baker's matches hit or they don't. Plus, I haven't seen a lot of Tay Conti's stuff, so I didn't know what level she'd be at.
It's Ty. Okay.
Like, I'm never gonna get it right. Just let it go, okay?
Fair. When it comes down to it, the build was definitely ass, though. I would agree.
Honestly, though, I had a really good time with this match. Really liked it.
I feel like JR pronouncing her name is the worst, dude. No, he pronounces it Tay Conte.
I can't even blame him. You know what? I understand. It happens.
And then and then later, Ty Conte.
He's doing his best. He's doing his best.
He was trying, man. He just couldn't get that last name down at the end of the day. So
Like me trying to figure out how to say Ty Conti's name or Pac's name. Sometimes it comes out right, sometimes it don't.
I mean, you just want Pac to be Tupac, and that's what's wrong with that.
Someone has to take over the role. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Does he want to call himself 3 Pac as an honor?
I mean, he
Maybe.
could be. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, nice little tribute there. Tony Khan
Like
would buy a fucking Tupac song just for that.
he might have told Tupac discography just so he could play Tupac during Dynamite.
Oh, he would. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how big of a Tupac fan he is, though.
He likes Lil Uzi Vert. I think that's up his alley. Yeah,
That is true. I mean, some people that like the new age music don't like the old age music. So
that's very weird because the old age music is mostly better.
I mean, that's just subjective, though.
Yeah, that's subjective,
Like you can
right?
like the hype of the new age more than the hype of the old. Because the thing about the old age, you kind of get the conscious rap shit. Like that's all you really got, to be honest. And then some club bangers here and there.
I'm just saying, man, you very rarely hear mumbling during the older stuff.
The thing about mumbling is it's not really about the mumbling. It's more about the vibe.
It
That's
do be
really
about the
it.
mumbling though.
So I mean, that's part of the vibe, I guess, you know. But it's not like you don't focus on that. Like I can't tell that he's saying the word cup. Like you're not just like thinking about that the whole time. You're kind of just
I
chilling,
do
you know.
be.
So you put that on when you're chilling. You're just fucking doing some normal day shit, and you're just kind of where you're just trying to get lit or something. You know, you and your pals, you know, smoking some weed or something like that. You know, and you just kind of
That's-
bump some newer age rap music. You know, that's really old.
No, I don't do that, and I don't think that the music should be subjective to you only like it if you get high. I mean, that shouldn't really be it.
That's not what I said. Like you can enjoy all types of different situations. You know. You don't
All
have to
right,
sit there and be like, "Wow, I caught that bar that he just said." Like, you know, because like when you listen to like a conscious rapper, like they're just going on about shit. Like it's cool to catch bars here and there, but sometimes you just kind of listen to that shit, and you don't really have time to relax when listening to it.
I think at the end of the day, we can all agree on one thing. It's usually always better than Max Caster's raps.
That you know what, we can all agree on that.
Anyways, back to this match here.
Like me personally, I don't really go back and listen to new like older rap music. I'm more
Fair
of a
enough.
newer rap music guy, but I like the lyrical music from like people like Joyner Lucas and shit like that. Not YB and Corday, like Corday, JID and stuff like that. And also, you know, like the Lil Uzi Verts and shit like that as well. So
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah,
I just think Tony Khan likes Tupac. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
He just looks
I
like
mean,
the
he
kind of
might.
guy.
He kind of does look. I mean, I don't know what that means to be honest. Like looking like the type of guy that likes Tupac, but yeah,
There's something about him. It's just like you see him and you're like, yeah, he likes Tupac. You could just tell.
yeah, possibly, possibly.
Honestly, if I ever meet Tony Khan, my first question, you like Tupac?
Do you like Tupac? Well, they just whip out a bunch of CDs or vinyls from your fucking pocket or something like that. Well, here you go, man.
And I have all these. I have the first edition. My dad bought them signed for me before he was unfortunately, killed and everything. And I'd
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, damn, that's really crazy, Tony."
No, I
Anyways,
tell
though,
him a whole sob story so that he could buy my vinyls.
you would not do that.
Yeah, man. I just be like, oh man, I'll just start crying and shit. He'll be like, oh, okay, I'll buy your vinyls. Be like, thank you. Okay, I'm happy again. Thank you for that $1,000,000.
Tony Concept would hear your sob story and be like, "I don't see how that's my problem," and then walk away.
No, he would totally fucking break down with me. All right, that's the type of guy Tony Khan is.
Yeah, you would think that he might be
He would break
sympathetic.
down with me, man. He'd look at me, be like, "Oh man, I feel bad for you, man. I'll buy your vinyls."
You might think he's sympathetic, but then what's gonna happen is that one basketball player whose name we try to pronounce and his voice cracked and everything, that dude's gonna show up. And you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna try and pronounce his name again. You're gonna laugh. He's gonna say, "What? You think it's funny, man? I'm doing my best here." And you're not gonna get the
No,
money.
I'm just crying through all the. I mean, I'm laughing throughout all the pain.
You're not getting that money.
I'm gonna get that money, man. $1,000,000 for one Tupac vinyl.
You
It's
one
very
Tupac
rare.
vinyl that
Okay,
everyone owns.
it's very rare. All right,
Rare.
one in a million of
I
them.
just bought it from my local album store. Guy said
I'll
this
lie to him. I'll say it's one of two. Okay, and I'm the second person that has it, so you should be the first.
as the massive Tupac fan. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan is. I think he would see right through that. Honestly.
Possible, possible.
Anyways, go back to the match. What did you think about this match?
Uh, wait, what match are we talking about?
Women's championship match.
Oh no, I love this match. This match is good. I really liked it. I think Ty Conti really showed why she should be in this position.
Yeah, really, I agree with you. I someone doesn't really know a lot about how she wrestles and stuff like that. This definitely gave me an idea, and she did really good here.
Yeah, I think, man, like, and she's not. I don't know if I would call her hit or miss or anything like that. I think Britt Baker's more hit or miss than Ty Conti would be.
Mm.
Or maybe they're on the same page, to be honest with you. I might say they're on the same page. And I think that's why they kind of worked very, very well together in this match.
Yeah, it ended up being a good match. Um, don't remember a lot, but I remember I enjoyed it a lot. Uh, quick update: the dude who was sitting on the other side, he woke up during this match. At least it's one of the times I saw him wake up. I don't know how long
Oh,
he stayed awake, but hey,
okay. All right. Did he stay awake throughout the whole match?
I think he went back to sleep actually.
Oh, damn it.
I
He
looked
looked up
over
and he's like,
during
what time is it? Oh, it's the women's match. Okay, cool.
I don't remember if you were the Punk match or the Inner Circle match. Look over again. He was out again.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I think Ty Conti, I would have honestly would been okay with her winning the belt because I mean, Britt Baker's had it for so long, right? And like she could have lost here, and I would have been like, okay, cool. But they decided to leave it on Britt Baker, so I don't know who they're gonna put it on. But I guess Thunder Rosa could be a possibility.
Yeah, I think you could revisit that feud if you wanted to. Maybe Hikaru Shida. You can go to that match
I
again.
don't think Hikaru Shida comes back to win it. I don't think that happens again. But right now, I think later on down the line. But right now, I don't think so.
Like I said it before, I'll say it again, man. It should have been Ruby Soho. You're gonna build her up to do it, but you already did that match, so you can't do
Yeah,
that
I
again.
definitely, yeah, I would agree with you there. I think even Chris Statlander, you got a lot of people, honestly. Nyla Rose, you got so many people
Did they do the
on your
Statlander
roster that
match
could
already?
literally. What would happen?
Did they do the Statlander match already? I feel like they might
They
have done
did,
that.
yeah. They definitely
Okay.
100% did it already.
Okay.
Maybe I'm lying, but I'm pretty sure they did.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did recently.
Yeah, like, you have options. I don't really know who would take the title off her. In my opinion, they didn't build up this feud enough for me to believably think Ty Conti was gonna win.
Yeah, definitely. I think it would have been a decent choice though.
Yeah, I would have been fine with it, I think.
I think that's a nice little switch up there, and then Britt Baker goes on to do something else. And you got Ty Conti,
It's,
the future of the division that Tony Khan loves so much.
of course, favorite division. Definitely.
Yeah, he loves it.
I don't know what he said about the women's division.
Totally
That
not,
his thing,
you know.
but I know he said something. I know he said
Oh
something.
yeah, that was something else. It was more like along the lines of he wants credit for paying the AEW women for going to NWA.
Oh my god. Okay, no, I
But
don't.
they asked him a question. The question was like, do you have plans to do a AEW all women's pay per view? And he said, I'm gonna cut you off right there. Okay, all right. I don't get enough credit for paying this talent, the women that I brought to NWA for that one show. I think it may have been an all women's show. I'm not quite sure, but he said I don't get enough credit for paying them. And you know what? NWA should have thanked me, right, publicly. All right, because it's just like paying for dinner and they didn't thank you afterwards. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tony? She asked you a fucking question that you didn't answer anything.
Yeah, clearly what happened was Tony Khan's Twitter rampage he went on a week ago got to his head. He thought he could say whatever he wanted with no consequence. Found out he couldn't.
He fucked around. He found out real quick.
Real quick, then when you start saying things like that about the women's division, and you dodge a question in that
I
manner.
mean, he just showed his true
Well,
colors a little bit about what he feels about a lot of things, but whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's only against NWA management. At least that's what I think. Hopefully.
Honestly, it just didn't make sense to answer that. Like, not even acknowledge the question. though. Like, she was like, "Are you
No.
gonna do an all?" Like, it was an AEW branded all women's pay per view. She was asking about. And he was just like, "No, I'll just roll right there, okay?" Like, what?
Hey, Tony, you think I would do an AEW women's pay-per-view? And he said, I'm gonna cut you off right there. Because first off,
He just didn't want to answer
fuck
the damn
NWA,
question.
bro.
Yeah,
He was like,
he
well,
clearly has
well,
zero plans to do anything like that.
you just say that, man.
Yeah, it's that simple to say. No, not right now.
Not at the moment. I think we still have some work to do, but we'll get there eventually. That's all.
But he had to be rude about it. Like, what the hell?
He said, hey, Tony, man, what are your thoughts? He's like, my thoughts, bro. NWA can go straight to hell. NWA, what?
Excuse me?
Oh, well. And I
Straight
think
to the fire, or whatever that damn show called.
next up we can get to, I think, everyone's favorite match, or a lot of people's favorite match.
All our
My
references
favorite match, at
fall.
least.
All our references just fail. I'll say that about this
I mean, I
podcast.
got it.
You get exactly into the fires there, show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, on to my favorite match. I don't know about you. It's my favorite. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. I love it.
Man showed up in the shorts. This dude CM Punk, and I loved it.
I
I think
wasn't
he
sure
should
at
just wear
first.
the shorts forever.
I wasn't sure at first he showed up in the trunks like that, or the shorts, whatever you want to call them. I saw it. I got flashbacks to his UFC run. I was like, oh, I don't know how to feel about this. But him and Eddie Kingston put on a
Mm,
great match.
yeah. I just didn't get flashbacks to no. I don't know if those were shorter than the UFC shorts or not. To be honest,
Well, I mean, regardless, they made me think of UFC because that's the kind of trunks they wear there. And I was,
they actually could have been the same height because sometimes they wear shorter shorts in UFC.
yeah. I think what happened was I saw the trunks like that. I was like, man, there are some cool MMA trunks. CM Punk did MMA once. Wonder how that went. And I thought about it. I was like, oh,
He's not good at it. Maybe it's not
not
that
so
he's
good.
not good at it, but maybe it's that he's just not. He's not like physically there for it.
At the age of 40, it's not possible.
Very impossible.
But
But I'm
this
sure
match, though,
like he
this
knows
match,
more than the average like other person that tries to fight without learning MMA.
I mean, hey, he brought some of it into this match. He used some of Eddie Kingston. I think some knee strikes, something
Yeah,
like that.
he did. Like if some rando tried to pull a fight on CM Punk, he'd win the fight.
Possibly. Depends who the rando is.
Well, like no, I'm talking about a rando that doesn't know MMA, doesn't know nothing, just kind of tries to pick a fight with CM Punk.
Maybe even then, like who knows?
And I think CM Punk's MMA training would actually kick in.
Did you see those fights?
No, I know, but those are people that are trained in MMA and they're better than him and younger than
Those
him
were
and
those are
sturdier
people who,
than him and can maintain their stamina better than him. So
regardless,
like if
bro.
you're talking about some random Joe Schmo off the street that tries to fight CM Punk in a fist fight, CM Punk's gonna fucking destroy that guy
It depends. I need to know more about the situation before I put money on anybody.
because he's still training MMA. So
Mhm.
As long as he keep that training up and shit like that, he's still in the same physical health, and he still knows the moves and shit like that. He'll overwhelm that
But
motherfucker real quick, probably.
like I couldn't tell you personally how that go. What I could tell you is that this match was great. Punk and Kingston, I loved it. It was
Oh no, I definitely think so.
every bit as vicious as I thought it'd be and hoped it'd be. So I love it.
Oh no, definitely. I think that this met exactly what I wanted it to meet. So did I think it was a 5-star classic? No, but it didn't have to be. Okay.
Didn't have to
Like
be.
it started off and it before the bell even rang, Eddie Kingston laid this man CM Punk out with his finisher, the backhand,
He
his
let him
belly
out
back fist.
with the back fist, the bell rang. And it starts off, he just starts beating CM Punk's ass, and commentary's like, look, man, he doesn't care about winning, doesn't care about losing, just wants to beat down CM Punk. And that's what he did.
That's what he did. Did he lose? Yes. That's not why he was there.
But he earned CM Punk's respect, and apparently that's what's most important. It's a commentary.
No, I don't hit the commentary, not to Eddie Kingston. So that means nothing at all, actually.
You know, if you think about the character of Eddie Kingston, you understand that that's not what matters to him. But Excalibur in commentary is like, hey man, he earned CM Punk's respect at least, right? I mean, come on.
That wasn't the whole point of this, no.
They had it up until that point. They were so close.
Yeah.
So close.
CM Punk went for 5 knuckle shuffle in this match and didn't do it.
He did the reference. He cursed out Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston cursed him out. Yeah. Eddie Kingston did the go to sleep hand gesture. And then he said, I know he did something else before that, but then he also did the jacking off thing, saying that that's for jack offs.
And this is us trying to call a match, folks.
This is what happens when I don't take notes because of the movies, watching as a game.
And that's how there's all these people with really good notes about what happened in the match, and we're just like, he was jacking off and he was like a jack off and he was like,
Like he did the thing, the universal signal that means that after he did the go to sleep hands. What do you want from me?
yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say my manager started going for it in the middle of November in the ring, especially not in Jake Roberts' ring, especially not there.
Oh no, you can't be doing that in Jake Roberts ring. No
But I
busting nuts
mean,
in his ring.
what did happen is Eddie Kingston had a great match with CM Punk, and CM Punk won after getting busted open. And he said, "Hey man,"
SD, no busting.
uh, CM Punk broke the rule, got busted
Yeah.
open.
Damn it.
Maybe that's why Eddie
Oh yeah, you
Kingston
can
wouldn't shake
never
his
jack
hand.
him off.
Maybe Eddie Kingston would shake his hand because he busted in the ring. You know, who knows?
I mean, that is, I wouldn't shake a man's hand if he just busted.
But regardless, there was no handshake, no contact.
Cool. I think that Eddie Kingston, yeah, he didn't want his fucking respect. The commentator seemed to think he did, and that's kind of incorrect. And overall, he did what he said he was going to do, beat his ass, and hopefully it continues, honestly.
I really don't know what they're
This
gonna do
whole
with Eddie
storyline
Kingston.
between Punk and Eddie Kingston, I think, Like on Dynamite, he can just attack him backstage, put him like on the hood of a car and slam his head against it or something.
It's kind of weird. I know the whole thing is that Eddie Kingston didn't want to win or he didn't care about winning, but this is like the fifth big match he hasn't won, and it's starting to get to him. I think, at least for me, it's starting to get to him. You know,
And he needs. I feel like he had. Like I feel like he should have won the match, even if he didn't want to win the match.
yeah, some of the winners on this show are questionable. I really think Kingston needed this more than Punk.
No, I definitely think he could have beat CM Punk, and that could have been a great first loss for CM Punk.
Yeah,
And CM
because
Punk could have like reevaluate himself and shit.
because Kingston so far he's lost to Mox in the title match, lost to the Bucks in the title match, he lost to Miro in the title match. You know,
Well, this is as hot as Eddie Kingston's going like not going to be, but this is as hot as he's been thus far
I'm not saying Eddie Kingston
with the
can't get the
fans. Like
hype
he's
back.
always been great, and he's always gotten hyped up so much. But like at this very moment, he's in the fucking picture of having one of the best promos in AEW history. So coming off the backs of that,
Yeah, but you
you
know,
need to
this
really
guy
do something crazy. You got to push him up to that spot where he can eventually be in a world championship position because he should be.
right now, I'm just saying, I'm starting to think about Bray Wyatt territory where my mans would say things and they sound cool, but he keep losing and it wouldn't mean anything. You
Or
know what I
Samoa
mean?
Joe territory.
Exactly. And you don't want to be there because once you get there, it's
No.
very hard to get out.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy, I'm gonna lose to AJ Styles.
Well, that was entertaining actually.
That was pretty fun. Yeah.
I mean, when he was at SummerSlam, he's like, "Hey, Wendy, I see you right there. It's pretty cool to see you." You know, name is Samoa Joe. I'm your dad now, or something like that.
Like, yeah, not maybe not that weird.
Whatever. Well,
Maybe
moving
not
on.
that strange, Chris.
Something like that. Something about dads. Who knows?
Maybe possibly.
So next up, Inner Circle
Dusty on pole
versus
match. Dusty on pole match.
yeah. So Inner Circle versus Dan Lambert's group of MMA boys and Man of the Year. Yeah,
Well,
that was
they're also
interesting.
on the boys.
Not technically, not really.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky and May guy. I mean, I don't know
Really?
about Ethan Page. He might be.
So technically, not really. One of them is. One of them isn't.
I'm
Possibly.
not sure about Ethan Page. He might be. Yeah.
Look, man,
He's
Ethan
like a
Page,
Jake Paul.
me and you both saw it. Ethan Page posted a picture wearing the Arby's meat pants. Anything he does from now on is discredited because of that one picture.
Oh, that is, you can't be wearing Arby's meat pants. I don't understand.
It's
He's like a
disgusting.
Logan
It's
Paul.
funny.
He'll have like egotistical podcast or something.
Really, I'm convinced he was only in this match to have that one spot in the crowd where that guy, I forget his name, um, Rashke, I think something like that. You know who I'm talking about. The guy put the
No.
claw on his head. I'm pretty sure that's the
Oh
only reason
yeah,
he was in
you
it.
do. Oh yeah, probably.
But outside of that, he didn't really do much.
That's way before our time. That guy.
Way, way before our time, yeah.
I don't know him.
But this match just starts off kind of weird. It starts off as a traditional tag match for some reason. I don't know what that was all about. Eventually, it breaks down into
Hey,
what you think it's going to be.
like if you're gonna do a multi-man match like that, you don't have, and it's gonna be a street fight. I must say, you don't have tags. It's a
Oh,
tournament tag
tag.
match.
And
That's
they said
weird.
on commentary, there's no disqualification, so why are they tagging like that?
Yeah, what the fuck? It made no sense.
It's
So
very
then
weird, but
eventually Sammy Guevara went onto the ladder and he did his one-time bomb off the table or onto a table, and that's pretty cool.
yeah, he did it to Scorpio Sky, so that took him out of the match. It was probably the best
Yeah.
part of the match, honestly.
I was actually like getting up for myself. I was like, he's gonna do a 6 fucking 30, and he did this one time. I was like, oh, that's cool too, I guess.
I also was going to do something crazy like that. But no, he did the senton. I was like, I mean, I thought it was cool. Like, realistically, we could never do something like that. So I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't cool or impressive. I'm just saying I thought I was
But
going to do something else.
imagine he did a 630.
I just you do the corkscrew 930, something like that, you know? Just
Yeah, true.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, just do a black arrow, man.
Yeah. So, look, we haven't said anything about him throughout the entire show. You thought he was safe, but it's about that time. At a certain part during the match, they used the toaster as a weapon. Tony Schiavone was very surprised after they talked about the toaster several times. Tony, were you not paying attention, Tony? Come on.
Man, this is why. This is why me and all my fucking homies hate Tony. Because this man can't recognize a fucking toaster, man. Like, what the fuck?
JR asked,
Like,
and
where'd
that's
this toaster come from, man? He's like, oh, like, you're so lost, man. You're so lost.
JR asked, and then the commentary team was like, "Hey man, that's a toaster." And he's like, "Oh, toaster, that's pretty weird." And Tony Schiavone goes, "A toaster."
Yeah.
Oh come on,
Yeah, I
they
bet
just
he didn't
told
know
you it
what
was
a
a
toaster,
toaster.
to be honest.
He never toasted anything in his entire life.
No, I bet.
Didn't even know what a
But he
toaster
just
meant.
fucking microwaves things. He's like, what toaster, man?
This is the kind of man that microwaves his bagels and bread before he puts cream
Man
cheese and butter
microwaves
on it.
his Man microwaves his fucking bread all the time. Yeah, you're right.
Disgusting, really. This man's
Yes,
microwaved at
that's
least 18 Pop Tarts in his entire life.
that's not good. Don't do that.
But
I have like
anyways,
15,000 Pop Tarts, by the way.
that's kind of, is there a reason for that?
No, I mean, I'm not, I have no idea. I have no idea.
This is you're preparing for the
They're all
apocalypse.
different flavors. I'll tell you all the flavors here. But banana. You got your apple. You got your pumpkin pie. You got your cinnamon. You got everything.
Okay, so you're just hoarding some Pop Tarts over there. Gonna be the CEO of Pop Tarts and give him to sign your Pop Tart collection. That's
Banana
cool.
one's not bad. I'll say that. And the only reason it's not bad is because it tastes like banana, right? But you're not eating a banana. You're eating a Pop Tart.
Right. So they don't put like banana like pieces in there.
You know what a Pop Tart is, Chris?
I do know, but like, do they like sneak it in there? You know?
No.
Okay,
A
so I'm
paste,
asking.
Chris. It's not. It's not. Not
No,
real
it's
banana.
sometimes.
No, they don't. They're not all natural. Pop Tart.
Let's say, man, maybe they sneak some in there once in a while. You know?
Perhaps. Actually. You know what? Maybe I should dig better. Look. Maybe I should just rip apart. Do some surgery on a Pop Tart.
Let's do that. We'll post it to this channel. Maybe it'll be fun.
Yeah. Maybe that Pop Tart's healthy. Possibly.
I doubt it's healthy.
Yeah. Maybe it'll give you my potassium today.
I better hope it gives you that at least.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyways, this match, it's a really fun match. Once I got to the fun stuff, uh, eventually Chris Jericho pins Dan Lambert with a frog splash. Of course, lovely tribute to Eddie Guerrero on his birthday,
Rest in
and
peace. Eddie Guerrero.
indeed, rest in peace. And that's how the match ends. And after this, immediately after, actually, they don't even leave the ring inner circle. Tony Schiavone gets on stage. Of course, had to take the glory from the winners. Whatever.
Of
Um,
course.
but he gets on the stage. He goes, "We got a new signing. ROH's mainstay guy, Jay Lethal. We run the AEW. He's here now."
Now look, I thought he was gonna say Tony Nese, and I said, all right, it's gonna be Tony Nese. He was on TV. The internet's signing officially on TV. I don't think possibly. So I'm like, yeah, they're probably just gonna bring him out, right? But it was Jay Lethal, man.
What sucked if it was Tony Nese, man. That would have been lame as hell because I already saw him.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I brought
I
Jay
was like,
Lethal. I
which
was like,
it was really the question should have just been which ROH guy.
yeah, basically. For a second, I thought it was going to be Danhausen. I know he's injured right now, but I
Oh,
thought it
it
was going
could
to be
have.
Danhausen.
It still could have been him. He didn't have to wrestle. It's
Yeah.
better to have an active wrestler that's not injured, so that you can start him off immediately.
Honestly, I'm really
I
happy they
wonder
got
if
Jay Lethal.
WWE popped into Jay Lethal's mind though, at some point.
I remember he used to talk about the fact that he considered it, but I mean, I'm assuming he's one of those guys that's smart enough to know how that went for a lot of people, you know?
I wonder actually how he would have done though, to be honest.
But
Because I feel
for
like
this one thing,
he shouldn't be going to NXT, right?
I mean, he could have gone there. I'm assuming his career trajectory would have gone to NXT. He has a great run there, and then he goes to the main roster. Goes, hey, you like to dress up like Randy Savage, right? You're Randy Savage now forever. That's your only gimmick. That's all you do. You're a comedy guy.
I guess, yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of he might be more like a main roster level type guy.
You would think that, but you also got to think about this
Well, like
company
people
and how
like
they do
Samoa
things.
Joe. People like Samoa Joe went to NXT.
You have to
So
think
I guess
about
it
the way
would
this company
make
does
some
things, bro.
sense that he would do that. Yeah, that's true. He would also be in NXT 2.0. We're not looking at the same NXT that Samoa Joe was in.
Exactly. So it's not even a
Well,
cool
like Kevin Owens
NXT.
was in. Exactly. That's why I don't see him there. Like he wouldn't fit in really in NXT 2.0.
Yeah, thankfully, he doesn't
He'd
have to
be a
worry
little
about
too
that.
much of a veteran for all of them.
You know, I think Braun Baker, I'm pretty sure he's got some cool experience, but come on,
Yeah. I feel like he'd just kind of be like chilling in NXT 2.0.
I'm really happy that we got Jay Lethal in AEW, man. We could get Punk versus Lethal, Brian Danielson versus Jay Lethal. We already announced we're getting Guevara versus Lethal on Dynamite for the TNT title. That's gonna be awesome. I just can't wait to see his matches, man.
There's so many good matches you can have with him. He's got so much longer in his career, too. So should be good.
Yeah. And speaking of interesting matches they got for Dynamite, they announced Butcher and the Blade versus Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii.
That's
Gonna
a
be awesome.
crazy team right there. It's so crazy.
That's crazy as
But
hell. Is
they're,
this
I
the first
guess, is he
time?
in Chaos too? And I really don't know what Chaos is like. Who's in Chaos?
So I only know he's in Chaos because on the buy-in, there was a promo with Orange Cassidy, and he said, "I recently joined the stable. Maybe I should ask one of those guys."
Okay,
So
so they,
yeah, so they have that for Dynamite. It's also an acclaim
I
match.
saw him eating a burger on the internet.
Orange Cassidy.
Ishii.
Oh, it's a 50-50 chance they got the one right. Okay. What is it? Was
Yeah.
you were you surprised about that, or
Well, no, he was eating In and Out, man. I mean, I haven't had In and Out, so like I was just like he had a double apple in his hand. I was like, wow, that's a picture of Ishii eating a double.
just imagine you in public watching this video. All of a sudden, you just go, "Damn, he's going in! God damn, bro!"
It's because I've seen it like everywhere. Like everyone's just putting the picture of Ishii eating double double.
That's going in on that burger, man. What the hell?
So it was just in my mind. It's just like grilled in there. It's just like a burger kind of.
Imagine you're just trying to
I'm
sleep at
excited.
night.
I would love to
This,
eat a double double. Like try it, try it in and out, see what their food's all about. Because everyone loves that shit. But I'm also wouldn't put a hype up in my own head and be like, oh, it's gonna be super great. Just treat it like it's normal ass shit.
just imagine you trying to sleep at night, but you wake up in a panic sweat because you're thinking about Tomohiro Ishii calmly eating a burger.
He was really looking at that shit like, wow, this is a
All right.
burger. He didn't even take a bite out of it. He was just, holding it.
Well, that we know of. That we know of.
I'm just describing the picture now. And there's like French fries there. It was cool. Cool
That's
picture.
cool.
I saw 15 times.
But we'll see if he brings the burger to Dynamite on Wednesday. Maybe, maybe not.
But yeah, that's such a weird thing because Ishii is such a fucking such a fucking big brawler dude, right? And he just fucking destroys you, right?
They destroy
And
that
then you
burger,
got
I'm sure.
Orange Cassidy, the dude that does mushy kicks to people, you
Hey, well, we'll see how that goes.
know. Yeah.
So I think they just went out an acclaim match. So I mean, that's happening, unfortunately. Um, is there anything else I'm forgetting here?
Uh, no, I don't. I have no idea. To be honest.
There might be. It doesn't really matter. You'll see it on Wednesday. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So main event time: Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. It was a great match. Of course, it
Hell
was.
yeah. Good shit.
Yeah. So
Honestly, better than their other matches that they had.
yeah, this was of course the first match they had. It was really good. But you could tell they're kind of holding some stuff back. Here, they just really went for it, and they did a great job.
Hmm. Yeah. I think this one was definitely more symbolic of a match as well. More story.
Also, you had the awesome visual at the end of the Young Bucks. They come out to the ring. Hangman's about to do the buckshot, and they're there. And earlier during Hangman's entrance, they showed when he cost Young Bucks the match play holding their leg back. They were about to do a springboard move or whatever. So they're sitting there like they're gonna screw him over like that, just like that. Play let him go. They're in his corner this time.
Damn,
So
that's
Hangman
crazy.
hits the buckshot. Pins Kenny wins. You
Well,
get a
to
new
be honest,
AEW champ.
he hit two bug shots. Okay.
Yeah, the first one to the back, I believe,
Back.
or
Yep.
in the second, of course, to the front. Both of you with the Young Bucks. But hey, you won.
Yep. Yeah, the good feel good moment. The only criticism I have is they should brought down the confetti in the pyro.
Yeah. Oh, well, they had the Dark Order
I
celebration.
don't
It's
get
basically
like I
skipped.
was like clearly like the Dark Order thing is cool, right? But clearly you have the fucking pyro and shit and the confetti.
Tony Khan blew all the money on Tupac CDs. You already know.
Nah, he blew all the money on Sam Guevara, that's all.
Maybe, who knows? But
Perhaps.
in a nutshell, that's basically all Full
Not that
Gear.
Sam Guevara didn't deserve it, he did. But I mean, can we do it also for Hangman Page?
Maybe not.
No, clearly not.
But look, that was basically Full Gear in a
The
nutshell.
whole roster didn't even give a fuck. It was just part of the roster.
What do you think of the show? Do you think it's a double thumbs up? Because I think it's double thumbs up.
I do think it's a double thumbs up. I mean, the matches hit for the most part. There was some not big slight. There were some slight issues here and there with some of the matches, but there was nothing like a QT Marshall and Big Show on here. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because I really, really enjoyed it.